him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-ma-gob, it's time for the only news that matters. And in a new interview with Australian Silver Tiger Media, Tim "Ripper" Owens talked about the band's decision to not do meet and greets on its recent tours, addressing the fact that KK's Priest have yet to make it to Australia. He said, "We probably could have got more run on touring. I mean, the touring was so successful and the shows were very good. It's just very costly to tour nowadays." I think the problem with what's going to be hard with getting KK's Priest to tour is that we don't do VIP meet and greets. And to be honest, it's probably about impossible to do any touring without doing them. And if you don't do them, you can't expect to tour. I know bands that have made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on just the meet and greets, which actually goes to the expenses of the tour. You know, Yngwie Malmsteen was in Sydney, and I heard he had about 100 meet and greets, and over 200 was the cheapest meet and greet. And I said to KK, let's do meet and greets with 10 people, that's it. After the show, we would charge 200, which would be, you know, they get stuff, they come back, you know, 10 people, we have pizza and beer and soda and water and coffee and whatever, and we have that sitting there. And we all just sit around. We're right off the stage and we talk for 30 minutes or whatever, take a photo, sign stuff, eat pizza. But he's not game for it. And you just can't do it without meet and greets. You know, bands can't afford to come to Australia unless we're doing meet and greets. I mean, Iron Maiden can and Judas Priest can, but Judas Priest does meet and greets and they charge $400 or $500 in a person, and they don't even get to meet the band half the time. Man, is that true? Can you imagine you pay for a meet and greet and you don't meet the band? Shit. That's not meet and greet. Anyway, he says what people realize is doing these meet and greets is how you tour. If you don't do them, you probably won't be able to tour. And I think that's our dilemma right now. I think that's why it might be hard to come to Australia or a lot of these places because we don't do meet and greets. Which is fine, I can go tour solo, but that's how people do it nowadays. You know, and KK just doesn't like them. And I understand that, he's old school. But I think what people have to realize is that you're going to meet Ken anyways without meet and greet. So you're not going to meet him anywhere else, and you're putting it out there. People don't have to buy it, and that's why I had the idea of 10 people. And they just come right backstage and we have pizza and beer and we get a poster, a laminate, and I'll bring some 8x10 photos of me and whatever, and a t-shirt or whatever. But I think that's the way, you know, to do it because, man, touring is expensive. Yep, he is, he's 100% true, right, man. I mean, I've toured. I was in a touring band, and, you know, we were lucky to break even. It's tough out there, you know? And, of course, we couldn't charge meet and greet, you know? But KK can, and whatever. And a lot of people, they don't understand what bands go through these days. It ain't like the old days, man. You know? Oh, they're doing a meet and greet. It's a cash grab. No, it's more like it can keep us on the road, you know? You have a little extra cash, man, for the grind of touring club to club in a bus or van or whatever. That's some hard-ass work. All right, man, you know, give me some money and meet me. I know back in the old days, that wasn't an issue. But back in the old days, bands made money from touring and T-shirts. Back then, bands can sell T-shirt without the club taking a percentage of it. You know, and album sales, they were raking it in back in the day. You know, there would never be a meet and greet back in the day. No need for it. They were making so much money. They were rolling in so much dough back then. They didn't need to. Seriously. It wasn't an issue. And now it is. And whatever, man. People will actually pay big money to meet bands for a second. And I have no problem with that. Hey, I even did it, you know? Did it for a girlfriend, but whatever, I did it. And I'm no shame in it, man. It's my money. I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. And I say that about everybody else. You do whatever the fuck you want with your money. If you want to pay, you know, $1,000 or something to stand and take a picture with somebody for a minute, good for you, man. I ain't gonna judge you. It's your damn money. You do whatever the hell you want with your money, man. And I'm all for, man, supply and demand. You know, there's a lot of shit I don't like. You know, but if somebody is willing to pay money for something I don't like, that's them, man. So I'm not one to throw out the word money grab. I mean, Jesus, we all gotta live, right? I mean, I guess when you get up and you go to work, those that have jobs, you're doing a money grab. You're going to work for money, you know? And that's what these guys are doing. They're on the road. They're busting their ass, you know? Living a hard-ass lifestyle, man. Believe me. I know. You know, I've toured. It is hard. The only good part is on stage. That's the only good part of the day. The rest of the day sucks. Hard work, man. And now they ain't making like they used to, so yeah, man. Fucking charge people. Look, man. You know, to keep the gas in the bus or the van or what have you. Hotels, you know. Gotta live, you know. I made zero money. I was lucky I broke even on the European tour. That we broke even, but other ones we lost money, you know. And we sold T-shirts and CDs, and the promoters came through and paid us, but they didn't get us hotels, you know. And luckily, sometimes we got people, you know, people that like the band. They would invite us to their house, and we'd sleep on their floor, you know. It was fucking awesome. But, you know, we saved money that way. But, man, I mean, it's very expensive. Everybody should know this. Everybody that drives a car should know how expensive it is to drive around, you know? Gas is very, very expensive, and when you're going from city to city, which I did many times, it's brutal, man. It's totally brutal, and, you know, to me, what I got out of touring was the experience, not money. Money I didn't make, but an experience that was awesome, man. You know, like everywhere we went, we tried to go see some historical place. Like we saw the Rocky statue, you know, in Philadelphia. And, you know, went a bunch of different places, man. That was the best part. We didn't get paid for it, but I got these killer memories of all these places. We visited Ronnie Van Zant's grave. Just a bunch of shit, man. It was a lot of fun, but you need meet and greets, you know? I did a local show, and, you know, I did charge meet and greet that show, I said, since 6 pennies. Not no dime, not no nickel. It better be a nickel and a penny, or stay away from me. I did that at a local show. And next year, AC/DC's playing like 5 hours for me, and I'm not going. Number one, it's too expensive. Number two, I'm too old. I can't stand stadiums anymore. No, I don't want to go to no outdoor shows anymore. Too old for that crap. And I ain't driving 4 hours to see Angus Young, which is the most important member up there. Seriously. The only original member up there, actually. Angus Young. Nah, man. I'm just, and the same thing what was the other show? Metallica is playing up there as well, which is expensive as well. I'm like, fuck that, you know. And it's another stadium show. Not for me, my friends. But anyway, hey, whatever. You people that love to throw out, that's a money grab. It's a money grab. Yeah, well, you know. I love to grab money. Money's awesome. I see no shame in it. Fuck integrity, man. We all gotta eat, man. Seriously. I don't live that fucking bullshit lifestyle where it's like, oh, I gotta starve. Because of my integrity, I gotta be poor. Fuck you. Anyway, thank you for watching The Only News That Matters, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and ring that little notification bell. I totally would appreciate that. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and Schmack o' my Gaba.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.